Hello friends, ako ni si Bogart the Explorer, and today's mission is all about legends, not from ancient myths, but from the hard court. Before social media, before viral highlights, there were two names that made basketball in the Philippines a way of life. Ramon El Presidente Fernandez, smooth, cerebral, elegant sa court, and Robert Big J Jaworski, gritty, fearless, and a true crowd favorite. Pero friends, this wasn't just a rivalry. It was a cultural moment. Team Jaworski ka ba o Team Fernandez? Either way, it was pure passion, pure Pinoy hoops. This episode is not just about statistics or championships. It's about legacy, loyalty, and the love for the game. Welcome to El Presidente and Big J. This is Storya ng Bayan.
There's a running commentary from one side of the court to the other side of the gallery.
We are actually using double post with Fernandez on the other side.
That's right. And Fernandez connects.
Mon Fernandez, head and shoulder move. Elegant shot.
It's Mon Fernandez. Elegant shot once more. Oh, picture perfect.
What was it in you? Sabi mo kanina, di ba, yung drive for consistency. Pero to be able to do that, you have to have something. Anong meron ka?
I guess na continue ko ma-inspire yung sarili ko since it has really been my childhood dream to play the sport, no, and play for the national team. Naswertehan kami na naging pro na rin tayo, so it gave us a chance to earn a good livelihood while playing the sport that you love at the same time, no? So it was basically just the drive to be the best I can be in this chosen sport.
Jaworski asks for the ball, and let's get organized, fellas, he says. Fernandez against Black. He's going to try to get that sixth foul. He didn't get the sixth foul, but he got the bucket.
Someone na kasama sa i-induct sa Hall of Fame, someone close to you. At saka ang ganda ng relationship nyo kasi merong love, merong hate, merong love. Makita mo ang name ni Sonny Jaworski, Robert Jaworski, to be included in the Hall of Fame, PSC Hall of Fame. What does it bring to someone na kasama niya for, magkasama kayo for the longest time?
First of all, I'd like to congratulate him for being an inductee. It's a proof of their sacrifices, no, sa mga atleta in general, no. So maganda at nasama na siya.
Pag sinabi Sonny Jaworski, sa isang associated with him, played against him, and then played with him sa career ninyo na napakagandang panoorin. Kumbaga, ang PBA hindi pwedeng ikwento, ang Philippine basketball hindi pwedeng ikwento, nang hindi ko kwento yung relationship nyo. How would you best describe Sonny Jaworski?
He was a very intense player, no? I've never seen a player like him who took his career really seriously. Sa tingin ko, siya yung player na inalagaan yung sarili niya with regards to his playing career. That's why makita mo naman, he was able to play until I think he was 50, no? Although sparingly already, but that's understandable, no? He took physical conditioning at the highest level, really, no? I've never seen anyone condition himself in his career, no?
Today, I may be returning my jersey, but my passion for the sport and for my love for the people shall remain forever foremost in my heart and my soul. Tuloy po ang samahan, tuloy ang pagkakaisa, tuloy ang lahing Ginebra. My career started when the hand of opportunity to play for the University of the East was extended to me by the legendary coach and mentor, Virgilio Baby Dalupan. For the respect and all the things I've learned from him, I will be forever grateful. From the start of my career, nothing was foremost in my mind other than to give my best and make the most out of those blessings by God Almighty. The journey was tough, and in keeping to the dream with the challenges of life, basketball became not only a sport and a profession, it became a passion. The demands of the game were more challenging as the dynamics of the game became more difficult. Through sheer hard work, determination, and persistence, I was able to hold my own. Yun nga po, naglaro ako sa ICO, naglaro ako sa Meralco, at hindi niyo po naman po makakalimutan yung Toyota. I had so many battles in this Araneta Coliseum and so many games to remember. But I tell you, the greatest honor came when I was made representative of this country in those international competitions for a long, long time, and which were very successful. And then, on April 9, 1975, the PBA came to life. In behalf of the many lives the PBA has touched and possibly changed, and for the millions of fans who were provided an arena for clean, fun, enjoyment, excitement, unity, identity, opportunity, and hope, we salute, congratulate, and thank all these men for their vision. Palakpakan po natin itong mga taong to. Dahil kung wala po sila, wala po itong PBA.
Yes, and we've got Andy Fields out rebounding De La Cruz. The lead pass goes to Jaworski. Jaworski with a fade, connecting. 10-all is a count of 2:25 left. Jaworski all the way to Fernandez for the fake. Fernandez back to Jaworski. 3-point try by Jaworski is good again. Jaworski brings the ball into the Toyota front court. Sets up the play for the Tamaraos. Florencio back to Jaworski. Rodriguez and Herrera jockeying for position. McNeil crowded, or crowding Fields. Long play, good by Jaworski. It's a 3-point shot.
Alam niyo po, pag tinuloy ko ang kwento kong tutuhanan, siguro po abutin tayo ng Pasko. Kaya po, we must remember that lessons learned from losses and failures are essentials to one's success. While we must live by the adage that one must always be humble in victory and gracious in defeat, pakinggan niyo po ito. Defeat or failure must be made temporary. Kahit na po barbero ka, kahit mekaniko ka, o kahit ano ka pa man. Once again, you have to dare to fail, but commit to reaching the goal. And sooner or later, you will make it. Yan po ang tinatawag na never say die. Never. So mga kababayan, emosyon po ako. Ito po ang pagkatao ko. Pasensya na po kayo, but sana po, eto na po.
Jeffrey Moore asks for the ball. Ituri misses from 15. Terrific struggle for the rebound between Sonny Jaworski and Jeffrey Moore. Sonny Jaworski still on the floor. Here's Michael Hackett. He loses it to Alan Kaidig. Jaworski bleeding from the mouth.
Bleeding right down there.
That was a hard collision he had with Jeffrey Moore, and he was at the raw end of the deal. And the ball goes off the floor in favor of NCC.
Well, since there's a dead ball situation, now they can call for a 30-second injury timeout. While the game is in progress, there's no way you can stop the play even if somebody's really injured.
And there, Dr. Ben Salute taking a good look at that cut on the kisser of Sonny Jaworski.
There's this play. You can see Sonny already jumping for the rebound, but just still coming in, and you hit him in the elbow. And Sonny really felt that.
Well, if it were some other player, you could probably even mistake that for an intentional foul, but certainly not Jeffrey Moore. Sonny Jaworski has just made a beeline for the locker room. He'll be consulting the team doctor. And Jeffrey Moore once again consummates a steal. It's 3 against 2. Samboy Lim soars inside. A 6-point plus covered by NCC in the last minute to give them a 4-point lead with 5:33 remaining third quarter. Dignatisi looking for Jeffrey Moore. He's amply covered. At low post against Ricky De Losa. Now makes his move. Hackett joins in a double team. He puts it up off the glass.
Yes, a 6-0 blast by the North Consolidated gives them a 6-point lead. Ginebra must regroup, and they try to slow the ball game right now.
Earlier, you caught a fleeting glimpse of Charles Chip England, whose attention, like everybody else, was diverted by the miraculous reappearance of Sonny Jaworski. I can tell from this distance that he's got a swollen lip, and it's heavily bandaged, but it looks like he's ready to play again. And look at him applying an ice pack. What a gallant warrior. That's Michael Hackett with 27, however. And Heck Kalma comes up with another humiliating steal off Francis Arnaiz. And Francis, well, very typical human reaction. He commits a foul.
Yes. Sonny's bringing himself back to the ball game. And he's going to replace Ricky De Losa.
Well, if the PBA is giving away silver stars, this guy deserves it more than anybody else for gallantry and bravery above and beyond the call of duty. Sonny Jaworski is not wearing a Santa Claus mustache. That's a bandage over his left upper lip.
Well, they're down by 8 points right now and can't really afford to go down by 10.
Sonny Jaworski is on his man, Samboy Lim.
There's now working. Now working.
Right. The guy is running amok. Till now a double team is working on Michael Hackett. He's looking around for somebody to receive it. Jaworski.
Left alone in the 3-point.
That's his second birdie tonight.
Yes, and they were made in the second half after he got that injury.
Reyes. He goes to Kalma in the right quarter court. The Ginebras now really tightening up on defense. Jeffrey Moore can't shake off Ricky De Losa. Inside the paint. Moore with a fadeaway. Good pass by Michael Hackett to Sonny Jaworski. And the Big J goes galloping down court past Elmer Reyes over Jeffrey Moore. Here's Sonny in the 3-point region. And Samboy Lim knows only too well he can take it from there. And that's why he's really tightening up. Okay, Jaworski makes his move right down the middle. A scoop shot.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Big play again. Big play.
Sonny Jaworski has not lost anything in the more than 15 years that he's been running up and down that basketball court.
You stay down. You stay here. Blue. Okay, you stay blue. I will call 11. Simple. You go here. Not opposite. You go when Michael is, you go in. I will pass it down to Michael. Michael cut this way. This guy cut. Open up. Here. You cut this way. This will open up.
Coach, time na, coach.
Okay, come on. Okay, let's go.
NCC cannot afford to foul. They have to play good defense, but absolutely the last thing in the world they want is a foul. Here is the Big J with a baseline drive.
Oh, yes, he's got a foul.
What a familiar role for the Big J. Not only is he the coach, not only is he the leader, not only is he the heart and soul of the team, now he's also the hero.
When he takes matters into his own hands, he knew time was running out.
Oh, look at the Big J pulling down the offensive rebound. He knew where the ball was going to land and he dove for it. 4 seconds to go. A great block by Terry Sadanya. Francis puts it up and it's over. The ball game is over. Ginebra goes up against Magnolia on Thursday. NCC will have to go through the quarterfinals. We'll be back. Right now, here where the Ultra is a typical aftermath of a Ginebra victory. Fans dancing all over the place as though their favorite club had just won the championship. Now, to settle down to some unfinished business, I guess it must be all too obvious to you now who our best player is. And right now, we're going to back up that choice with some very solid stats. Hey, Dr. J?
17 points. The last 2 points, very crucial, plus the offensive rebound. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. As he relieves a memory down the lane, no?
Oh, beautiful memory.
One of the things of old, we have Romy Quintanar with Sonny Jaworski. Okay, we have Sonny J here, the biggest, I don't know how to call him, but probably the biggest Nova in town tonight. After what happened to him, he led his team to victory in this very, very crucial game. Sonny, congratulations. I think this is your biggest MVP night.
Well, thank you, Romy. Well, I still say that, it's a total team effort. And of course, with God's help, I'm pretty sure that, it was all because of him. And definitely the crowd support made a lot of, difference also.
Only your kind of athlete, Sonny, would have came back with 9 stitches You got that from rebound play with 5 minutes left in the first half. What can you say about that?
Well, it was an unintentional, hit by an elbow from Moore. And, this is part of the game. I'm just happy that it didn't tear my whole face because I had a big cut from up here down inside, 9 stitches.
Yes, and you were brought to the hospital. You came back and you led your team and scored with several 3-pointers. That was really fantastic. Now, I think you should say something to your fans right now who are waiting for you to face Magnolia on Thursday.
Well, good evening again. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat dyan. Mang Jo, saka Mang Andy Howe. Well, anyway, thank you po sa inyong suporta. And then I would also like to thank Dr. Alcastaren of Medical City who did a fast and a fine job. He didn't give me any, what you call pilegis. He did a fine job.
Well, Mr. Sonny Jaworski, you can whoop it up all you want tonight. The only thing you can't possibly do is kissing. And Dr. J, I think this is as good a time as any for us to bring up a point. A lot of people seem to be critical of Sonny Jaworski because of his very rugged style of playing. They forget the fact that Sonny J is also one of the most abused, one of the most injured players in any list. Inevitably, after every game, you can see him bearing the souvenirs of the game in the form of scratches, lacerations, and in this case, a particularly cut, a very severe cut lip. Anyway, congratulations to Sonny Jaworski.
Ginebra! Ginebra! O mga kaibigan, kukunin po ng mga kasulukuyang Barangay Ginebra Kings ang isang maliit na handog mula kina Robert Jaworski at sa mga dating manlalaro ng Ginebra. Ito ang nagsisilbing simbolo na ipagpapatuloy nila ang sinimulan ni Jawo. From Robert Jaworski to Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Sa bawat taong lumalaban ng buong puso, buhay ang alamat ni Robert Jaworski.
"75 years ago, in 1946, the Post Office issued the first stamp bearing the inauguration of the Philippine Republic."
Akala namin, sa era na to, nakalimutan na yung postal office. Buhay na buhay pala ito.
Buhay na buhay. Alam mo, it's just a matter of innovating the product. Kaya naluluma dahil walang innovation. Kaya hindi pinapansin, walang innovation. Mga millennials natin, hindi na nga alam eh. Alam mo, we have issued so many stamps from halaman, gulay, prutas, all natural resources, all tourist spots. Lahat na cover na natin over the 75 years ha. Pero ang nakalimutan natin over the 75 years are the people, the Filipino people who build this nation. Di ba? Outstanding Filipino, world-class Filipino. Diba? Yun yung nagpakilala sa Pilipinas eh. So, I think it's about time that during this administration, yung malasakit ni Presidente, na matagal yun ang gusto to eh. No? Bigyang malasakit, bigyang honor and respect itong mga tao na to.
Natandaan ko nung bata pa ako, pinagbakan niya yung team namin, napakasakit. Lahat ng mga payat na players pinagsasagasaan niya. Jawo's professional career is unmatched, making him earn the title, The Living Legend. True enough, he is indeed a legend.
To my followers, my fans, my supporters, who through the years have given me the strength to be the best that I can be, regardless of the trials and hardships along the way. Kayo po ang tunay na rason kung bakit nabigyan si Robert Jaworski ng parangal na ito. Unfortunately, he is unable to be here as much as he wanted to because of some physical ailments that he is confronted with at this time.
And we continue to ask for people to pray that he will get stronger and he will be back to his normal self soon.
The presentation frames here are especially and exclusively commissioned and dedicated to the Jaworskis.
Actually, si Idol Jawo is our initial opening salvo because the name Living Legend is identified to Robert Jaworski.
Gano'ng katagal nyo nang kilala si Coach Sonny Jaworski?
Since Toyota days, 12 years old ako.
Grabe, 12 years old ka pa lang, pinanonood mo si Jaworski.
Nakikipag-away ako pagka natatalo Ginebra, kahit bata pa ako noon. At saka, hindi ho talaga ako kumakain pag natatalo ang Toyota.
Anong Jaworski story mo?
Honestly ko lang, talagang hindi ko po talaga inabot si Jawo. Pero since po nung mga nababalitaan ko po, talagang mabait po talaga siya at talagang pinagbibigyan niya po talaga yung mga fans na makapagpagod kahit talagang pagod na pagod na po siya.
Anong kwentong Jaworski rin?
Marami kaming kwentong Jaworski. Hindi lang doon sa loob ng court, pati sa labas.
Gano'ng katagal nyo nang sinusundan ang karir ni Robert Jaworski?
Simula sa tatay ko eh. So maliit pa lang ako, Toyota na.
Toyota na?
Yes, pustahan lagi, pandesal at saka Coke. Usong-uso at pandesal yun. So, kumakampi ako sa tatay ko. Kasi nga Toyota nga, para merong pandesal at saka Coke.
Bakit napamahal sa'yo si Coach Sonny?
Yung sobrang napakabait ho niya, lalo na sa mga fans. Hindi pa ako nanonood nun sa mga live games. Nakikita ko na yung mga nakikita ko sa TV kung paano niya i-motivate yung pagiging leader. Talaga namang super rin talaga. Talagang nakikipag-away talaga ako. Ang mama ko nga ako nagagalit sa akin pagka natatalo ang Toyota noon o Ginebra. Hindi talaga ako makakot.
Nagbago ang teams, nagbago ang panahon. Pero bakit yung pagmamahal, yung paghanga kay Jaworski hindi nagbago?
Hindi po eh. Yung never say die talaga kasi nasa dugo na niya eh. So talagang pinabilib kami. So pinabilib ako. So doon pa lang talagang sabi ko dapat lang nahangaan itong tao ko. Sobrang bait ko kasi na-experience ko na din eh. Sobrang bait niya. Nagkita kami sa Araneta. Pa-picture ako. Kaya pa yung nagsabi, i-check mo muna sa cellphone kung maganda yung picture natin. Pag hindi, ulitin natin. So, sabi ko, ay, ang bait naman. So, ganun po siya. Tapos, may mga kasama ko. Baka gusto rin nila magpa-picture. So, pati yun, siya na yung nagsabi sa amin na pwede pala lahat. So, sobrang bait. Talagang malalapitan siya.
Pwede lang. Oo. Kalahatiin ng dugo at bigay ko sa kanya. Kasi nung nasa sa Senate siya, tulungan niya rin yung panganay ko. Namit ko sa kanya dahil may bukol yung panganay ko rito sa Pisngi. So, pinasok ko sa PGH, binigyan niya ako ng letter. Then after ng how many weeks, hindi pa rin na-operahan yung anak ko. Bumalik ako ng Senate. Sabi ko, Coach Sen, nandun pa rin anak ko, magpapasko na. Gumawa siya ng sulat sa director ng PGH. Then binigay ko doon. After one day, binabukasan, na-opera na kagad yung anak ko.
Ano ang katayuan sa kasalukuyan ng minamahal ng sabayan ng ito?
Well, physically, yung my dad naman is okay. Wala siya, he's not in any danger. Except that nga, nung nagkaroon siya ng karamdaman from last year, nagka-pneumonia siya, and then nagkaroon siya ng dehydration. Earlier this year, nagkaroon din siya ng COVID, actually. Tinamahan din siya ng COVID. So one after the other, humina yung kanyang katawan. No? So, ang pag-recovery niya naman, yun ang medyo natatagalan. So, that's why nga sinasabi ko sana, with the prayers of, yung mga nagmamahal sa kanya, baka bumalik yung kanyang lakas at the soonest possible time.
Lagi siya kasama sa dasal namin. So, yun man lang makabayad kami sa kanya, isama sa dasal sa araw-araw. Lalo na ngayon, kailangan niya talaga ng dasal. So, sana po, umaling na kayo. Ay, iyak po, sorry. Sana mas mahaba pa, makasama pa natin siya.
Kung meron ka panalangin para kay Big J, ano yun?
Lord, hinihiling ko po sa inyo na sana po gumaling na po si Tatay Jawo. Lahat po ng suporta ibibigay po namin mga fans, panalangin po. Sana po malaman na po ng mga doktor kung ano po talaga, saan po ba nanggaling yung sakit. Yun lang po ang isa sa petition ko po. Petition ko po sa Panginoon. Sana po, mabigyan pa po ng mahabang buhay si Coach para
Makasama pa natin.
Oo, makasama pa po natin. Yun lang po. Salamat po, Coach. Magaling po kayo.
This is our own little way of sharing our malasakit sa tao na pinamalas sa pamumuno ng ating Pangulong President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Honoring our countrymen who have helped build our strong nation through the years as an independent republic. Ito po ay dahil naniniwala kami sa pamumuno ng ating Pangulong Presidente Duterte na ang tunay na yaman ng Pilipinas ay tayong mga Pilipino, our talents, characteristics, and the indomitable Filipino spirit.
Hindi mo mailagay sa tamang salita yung nararamdaman ng aming pamilya sa karangalan na binigay ng Philippine Postal Corporation today. Inimmortalize nila yung Jaworski sa Philippine stamp. I mean, napakalaking karangalan. At itong mga stamp na ito, I mean, will live on, you know, many years ahead. And natutuwa yung aking ama dahil sabi nga ni Postmaster Norman Fulgencio, gusto nila habang buhay pa yung mga tao, ina-appreciate na nila, na pinapakita nila na ina-appreciate nila yung buhay nila. You know, and it's such a big honor. Kaya, you know, how I wish my dad would be here today, but I assure you he was watching and he's very, very happy.
So, what do we learn from these two legends, mga amigo? That greatness comes in many forms, whether it's quiet dominance like Fernandez or fiery leadership like Jaworski. Both made history. Both defined a generation. They showed us that basketball is not just a sport. It's a reflection of who we are as Filipinos. Madasigon, loyal, walay atrasan. Ang legacy nila di lang makita sa trophies. Makita siya sa mga batang naglalaro sa kalsada, sa bawat sigawan sa bleachers, sa bawat Go Ginebra ng masa. Ako si Bogart the Explorer and this is Storya ng Bayan. Padayon ta sa padungog sa mga alamat, pagtanaw sa kagalingan ng Pilipino. Till our next game, mission. Keep exploring mga kaibigan, and don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe sa Storya ng Bayan on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. Support sports, support legends, support Filipino greatness.